We can't use any of that.
No, that's absolutely no. That's all right.
That's absolutely nothing.
That's okay. That gives us. We can get right into it. We can travel to Northern California. Well, sort of Northern California, a little bit north of the area where I was just visiting. I was just looking at where this is. So
Really?
Larkspur,
Okay.
yeah. If I would have continued across the Golden Gate, which we did go across, if I would have continued up the 101 for a little bit,
Okay.
we would have come to the town or the city of Larkspur, which is where this brewery resides.
Oh, very interesting. How was it going across the Golden Gate?
It's fun. I mean, it's brief.
Is it like kind of scary? Or
Oh
was
no,
it like
no. It was this year is the 75th anniversary of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Really?
So yeah.
So it didn't feel like it was 75.
I didn't. It's funny though. I've talked with Ethan at work, and he's like, "Oh, sometimes if it's really windy, he's like, you can feel it swaying."
Really?
But I couldn't. I didn't have a problem with that. We didn't, and we just so we went over, turned around, came back.
Just to say that you
Just
did
to
it.
say that we had done
okay.
that, so, yeah.
You didn't actually have a destination on the other.
No, not that. We were just trying to do some touristy things. And years ago, Kristen and I actually, there's a place where you can park and walk across it, and we had walked across part of it. You can bike across it. We'd set out to do that, but then it got way too windy for Kristen. She wanted to stop. The wind was blowing the sand, and but you got the contacts. That's a little bit more of a challenge. So
that can't actually be a problem. It gets under there, and
yeah.
No,
So
that's bad.
we stopped that, but yeah, we drove across there. So a little bit north of there is where we would find this brewery.
Nice, and we'll get more into that on this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew,
and I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com, and the beverage we are about today is a beer from Marin Brewing Company out of Larkspur, California, which, as I just mentioned, is a little bit north of the San Francisco and the Bay Area. And it is their San Quentin Breakout Stout.
Wow, that sounds violent and rough.
The Stout Breakout is never good.
It's never
Not out
good.
of prison, at least. Not for us.
Actually, Breakout reminds me of do you remember the old Atari 2600 game?
Oh,
They had
yeah.
the paddles of the Breakout. Doop, doop, doop. That's
I
what
do remember
Breakout
that. Yeah.
reminds me of.
Oh, yeah. Bounce
You're-
the thing. Yeah.
Bouncing all the
When you
blocks.
do that with I think of Kaboom is the first one I think of.
Oh, yeah, that
I
was
used
a
to-
classic one, though.
Yeah.
I always remember Kristen used to play that, and all of a sudden you'd get to those later stages, and she'd literally just be going,
That's
like
really
moving
all,
as
that's
fast
really
as she
all
could.
you're doing.
Yeah, it was just like, I hope I'm going to
Yeah.
that spot.
Yeah.
And him dropping the bombs, that little...
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
They should bring those back.
They should.
iOS device, perhaps. Like an iPad.
Or for
Do
the
that on
Wii.
iPad, that would work.
Wii.
Yeah, that would work too. Yeah, definitely. Well, we got sidetracked there.
Yeah, we did.
But we've got, Stout. They're proudly displaying that they are brewed in California, and they are brewed to an alcohol content of 7%.
Yeah, and you picked this up at Total Wine?
I did, yeah. I was actually there and saw this one, and I was kind of like, okay, maybe I don't know if I feel like a stout at the moment, but I was kind of walking around, and I was like, oh, wow, there's other things for this. Like, so I don't know if they've just kind of made it to the Southwest or at least Arizona, but they had 4 or 5 different things there, and I was like, well, stout's the one I want to go for. I want to try that one. So
we are.
So we're going to give it a shot.
We are going to do that.
We are going to do that.
In our Stone Brewing
Our Stone
glasses.
Brewing glasses.
That's okay.
And it's fitting, too. San Quentin, you were recently at, not that you were in prison, well, you were kind of in prison. Where
Visiting.
were you at?
Just
You
visiting.
were visiting. Just
Alcatraz,
visiting.
yes.
You were at Alcatraz.
Not no longer an active prison as of 1963. So,
Was that pretty cool?
well, I'd been there several years ago, but
Oh,
yeah,
did you?
it's definitely worth it if you're in that area. So it's very informative. A lot of history. I mean, obviously some of the baddest of the bad dudes were there hanging out, and they were sent there because of the acts that they did while they. I mean, they were already bad, so they were in jail, and then they were bad while they were in jail, so then they were sent to Alcatraz.
That's how that works.
So
Okay, that was
that's-
for the
that's-
baddest of the bads.
Yep.
Those are
Yeah.
bad dudes.
Yep.
Wow.
Some bad dudes, but a lot good history. A lot of just to see that the building and see what's going on. We actually, the way things worked out, we did the night tour. I'd highly recommend that. Actually,
Ooh.
signing up for that, we did it
Really?
because it
Okay.
was the only thing we could get on. Years ago, when we had been there, it wasn't run by the state. Now it's run by the state, so I don't know if they don't do as many tours or if it's just or if it's even more popular now. But you actually had to get reservations.
Oh, wow.
At least a few days. They were recommending a week in advance.
Okay.
So we weren't prepared for that, but we got on standby and got over there on the night tour. So it's kind of cool to see it at night, even a little creepier. But then coming back, it's nice because you're on the boat and you can see the San Francisco
Oh,
skyline.
that's gotta be pretty.
So,
Did you get some
yeah.
pictures of that, maybe?
A few. They didn't come out so well, but
Oh, okay.
got some pictures on the way over though of the birds following us. Yes.
Oh,
And
the
we were
Birdman
just-
of Alcatraz.
We were just, no, don't want him to follow you.
Oh, that's true.
No, that's not
I mean, we
good.
don't even know if he's alive anymore.
I
He
don't
escaped
think he
supposedly,
is.
but we don't know if he made it, right?
Robert, no, I don't think he escaped.
What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the movie with
And there were three
Clint
people who
Eastwood was in it.
escaped.
That was
yeah,
that,
Frank
right.
Morris and the Anglin brothers escaped.
But they don't know if they made. Well,
Nobody
think they
knows.
did.
They think they did, but actually, there was a neat story that we saw there. They had one of the park rangers telling us a little bit more backstory about that, and there was a fourth person who really who helped them escape.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of it was very very interesting.
That's cool.
It was very cool. So
now, did you actually get to be in a cell then too? Is that
you can walk into a cell, yeah.
Does that make you really not want to go to jail?
There are a lot of reasons I really don't want to go, but yeah, especially if you walk into a cell like that.
Wow,
and,
living
yeah.
here forever. Wow,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. So
Bored. The head has dissipated.
it has. We've talked a lot, but it has gone. It was good, but that is a dark.
Dark.
That is.
I don't know if
That's black.
I guess, yeah. I almost can't. There's a little bit of brown still
Black,
left in there.
dark
It's pretty
brown,
close,
but
though.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah. Oh, that smells nice.
It does.
Nice roasted malt in there.
Roasted malt. There's a little something smoky, and there's like
Smoky, even that little that sweetness too.
yeah. That's a really nice balanced aroma. Ooh.
Very nice.
There's something else in there. I can't.
Some grain of some kind.
Well,
but
yeah.
is it almost like the nitro a little bit?
It's not that sweet.
Okay. Yeah, not quite.
That's
but
like
it does have that.
that's like sweet, almost the waffle coney that we love so
right.
much. Like almost.
But
like
there's
poured
a
that.
hint of that.
Yeah,
there.
there's a hint of that in here. There's something else like something else a little savory in there. Not bacony, not peaty, but there's something else that's kind of savory, like sausage. I don't know, some sort of breakfast. Some other breakfast.
I didn't get
item
the
in there.
savory part.
No.
If it is I could because of the smoky. I could maybe go with the peatiness, but I don't
Yeah,
get
there's something else, but it smells really good.
Yes, it does. It's thinner than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but the flavors in there are pretty great. Yeah, I thought it was going to be more chewy, but that kind of
there was a nice high note.
that kind of goes by. It almost gets to all of my like soft palate and back of my tongue, like those taste receptors, really fast because it is a little on the thinner side. But those are all really.
There's
good
a
things.
nice nutty.
Yeah.
Like a vanilla nut or a vanilla, not hazelnut quite, but maybe also walnut. There's a nice nutty characteristic.
Yeah, more
in
toward
there.
like a walnut.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But sweet too, and it almost borderline was on that. In fact, I got it in the nose, and I didn't want to say anything because I know it's not a flavor you like, and it's not something I specifically like either. But like almost a minerally that remember the porter, the Zurich.
I don't even want to think about that one.
No, and I know you didn't like that, and right, and that's a little too much for me too. And so it was.
You like that one? Don't
I
say
did.
That's too much
No.
for you. You said you like that one.
I did.
Okay.
But it's not like my favorite porter.
I didn't say that, but
and,
no,
and
but
that's
when
a
you
little
liked it,
too much.
You said you would drink that one again, though.
I would, but I wouldn't
Okay.
want that. But it's almost too much.
But you said you would drink that. You would get that
didn't
one
say
again.
I
Like,
wouldn't drink it
I wouldn't
again.
even touch that one again. Like I would not drink that one again.
I have bought it twice, but the second time was for the
Right.
But
Would you now actively go
don't-
buy that one again?
It's not on my radar. No.
Okay. All right.
Not
go
right
ahead.
now.
Sorry.
No. Well, I'm just saying, and so so I didn't want it to go into that, and that's
Right.
what I say. But it's almost like that is a signal of something else, and that I just wasn't. It was almost like there was an initial like something that was saying, "Hey, there's this flavor in there. It could be this, but it's not that. But there's something in there that I like."
Well, that makes me think of like that one, kind of like it is that European, that English ESB, like kind of bit like there's that something in that water, that flavor characteristic,
Right.
with the minerally and whatever.
Right. There is some mineral quality to this, but it's not like it doesn't taste that. It's almost like it's enhancing maybe like other things.
It's lifting
like,
up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is definitely. I don't think I would have picked up on that, but now that you're saying it, we're kind of talking through it. I do get what you're saying because there is something there that's lifting up all those flavors because the body is kind of thin.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
That's
actually.
really good.
Which is nice, actually. That is really tasty.
That's a really good stout, I think.
I actually like this one in spite of it being a little bit thinner because it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, especially right now.
I know. We always talk about it, but it's true though. We're
seasonal.
We're seasonal drinkers
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, I can drink a really good stout anytime, but it's kind of
Right.
those more middling ones where you're like, I
Right.
really don't feel like that right now.
No, that's really good. This is our first exposure to the Marin Brewing Company, but it's starting out well.
That is a great one. Yeah, I definitely see now.
I like it. Live ale, keep refrigerated.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's it just takes one experience like this where it's like I picked this right. The other ones could be complete garbage.
Right.
But it's like I picked the right one. I will now buy at least 2 or 3 others of theirs.
Let's try
because
some
I will
more,
now
yeah.
try
like
some
with
other
the
ones.
clown shoes.
Exactly.
We've
Well,
had really good experience with those, and so yeah, we keep going back there. So yeah, no, I would definitely like to see how they do their other beer styles.
Yeah, because even their least favorite, the one we liked the least of the clown shoes was still good.
It was still good.
It
yeah.
wasn't, it's not necessarily my go-to, but it was still good.
Right. We didn't
And
like
the
have
other
a
one,
clunker and some good ones. We've had
Right.
yeah, like you said, even the least was
This one's good. Wow, this one's really. Ooh, that was like that.
Yeah.
I bought another bottle of that Vampire Slayer. That was tasty.
Yeah.
That's really tasty. And this is really. I will get another one of these and several others.
Yeah.
Wow,
Let's try some
really
more.
great.
This was a tasty journey to the Bay Area, north of the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And another place to journey over to is our website at AboutBeverages.com.
That was great.
Where you can do a variety of things at AboutBeverages.com. You can watch this video, because actually you're watching this video.
True.
You can go to the drink database. You can read our tweets. You can, what else can you do?
You can become a fan of us on Facebook.
Please become a fan of us on Facebook. Subscribe to our podcast. Get these little alerts and notices emailed to you on a regular basis whenever they come out.
Definitely. And if anyone actually works at Marin Brewing and wants to contact us, we'd be definitely interested in talking a little bit more about your brews and different things like that.
Yeah, we're going to
That
see
would
if we can
definitely-
start following them. Maybe they tweet.
Yeah.
We would like to follow them. Maybe they'll follow us and let and spread the word, because we'll be spreading the word at least about this particular beer, and we want to go.
It's really good.
Go forward into the rest of their brew menu. So
That's right.
yes,
But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.